Welcome to Destination Playdate. I am your host, Attack Slug. Today I am shambling over for a look at Necrocrisis, which is on itch.io for a price of $6.66. Yeah, it is an on-rails light gun style shooter, and that is not a genre I thought I would see on the Playdate, and yet somehow here we are. So, let's hop into it here. My cursor is controlled by the D-pad, and as you might expect, the crank controls the chain gun. So all y'all who wanted Doom with a chain gun, here we are, chain gun on the Playdate. So you crank forward to actually shoot these bullets at these zombies. You crank backward to reload. You have a health bar, and there's honestly not much more to it than that. And that's as the prices of Playdate games start creeping up and certainly get paid, you start kind of having higher expectations on what they should include. Like, for example, this is all this is. It is a high score video game. And yet, when you finish a run, there is no leaderboard on that run. Even locally, there is no leaderboard. It's just, hey, here's your score, and you're done. So certain things I like, and certain things I think could use some work here in this game. But generally, there's not much more to really say besides, hey, it looks cool. Also, what is really cool is that this is the first game I've seen so far, and I've played a bunch of them, that actually has voice acting on the Playdate. And it has kind of a low-rent Duke Nukem impersonator, which actually acknowledges that he is a low-rent Duke Nukem impersonator, which is hilarious. Also, the constant quips can be turned off. So there is an options menu, including the option to use motion controls, which obviously is an option here on the Playdate. So that I found to be a little bit tricky and not exactly the best experience, but hey, more options better than less options, always, always, always. And also, just these things take time to get through, so I think the biggest thing in terms of gameplay, when you have to hold the Playdate to crank at a high rate of speed, and also to, reload, man, and also to move the D-pad can get a bit hand crampy, but that's kind of your mileage may vary on that. But yeah, personally, I would like a leaderboard of some type after you die. This goes back, hey man, back to the start, back to the main title, which is fine, but some kind of, hey, this is your local score, this is your best kind of, 3 or 5 scores or whatever it is, add your initials, something, but it's a little bit light for $6.66 on the price tag, in my opinion. And yes, in the options, you can change your reticule speed, which is important if it's too fast or too slow for you. And yes, you can turn off the quips, and you can turn on the motion. Let's turn down to like 10, and turn on the motion for the Playdate, and hop in here and find our cursor. It should be here. There it is. There it is. So honestly, for as difficult as it is already with the D-pad and this, using the motion and the speed of the motion with the Playdate is, I mean, I'm sure you could get used to it, but it's not how I would play. I appreciate having the option, but I'm never going to use it. It's like one thing to crank the Playdate, and it's another thing to even kind of keep on like moving the Playdate becomes very difficult. And I can appreciate difficult, but it's just difficult for the sake of being difficult. So you're not going to get very far in this style of, I just can't. It's not for me. It's not for me. So shoot me again and kill me again. Well, that's fine, but there's not much more to explain in Necrocrisis. I appreciate the fidelity and the graphics and the audio, but it's also a bit thin for the price they are asking on itch.io. As usual, link in the description. I am your host, Attack Slug. Keep on cranking. More videos on this channel. I'll see you next time, and I'm out.